challenges of Nigerian democracy. It is a very big challenge because the local government is said to be the government that is closest to the people.
Yeah, let me welcome Honorable Boye Kalejaiye. I greet you, sir. Welcome.
Good morning, Citizen Jones, and good morning, Nigeria.
Yeah, okay, so I dare say you are in tune with what we are discussing this morning. Local government administration in Nigeria, the burden on democracy.
Very well.
Your colleague is here, Fred Nzeakor. He says hi to you.
Good morning, Boye.
Morning, my brother.
Okay, yeah. Let's listen out to Fred. Fred, you were building up with something.
Yes. So, the local government system that was established in 1976 was essentially meant to be the government that would be closest to the people. And it is expected that if well implemented, that the local government system should be able to take care of most of the daily needs of the people. And even the Constitution of 1979 has assigned specific responsibilities to the local government administration.
Sorry, do you notice any difference between the 79 document and the 99 one?
The difference is not much. The difference is not much. And because the 99 Constitution took a lot of things from the 1979 Constitution and then blended it with the realities of what happened in Nigeria between 1979 and 1999, the 20-year interregnum. And because the 1993 Constitution, first 1989 Constitution died a stillbirth, and then that of 1992-93 also died a stillbirth following military interregnum in Nigerian political space. But the difference between 79 and 99 Constitution with respect to the responsibilities of the local government administration is not much.
Yeah.
And what is that having established a government that is expected to be closest to the people, the local government system was expected to be alive. But today, by sheer act of those who in authority, the local government administration in Nigeria is virtually non-existent.
Not omission or commission?
But by sheer commission, by sheer commission of those in authority.
Okay. Boy, you are laughing. Now laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Let's get to hear you. Okay.
Yes, my stake in this. See, the dilemma we have in local government administration today is the unbridled tampering, unbridled acts of those who put up the 1999 Constitution. On one spread, in one schedule of the Constitution, the local government administration, the local government was established as a third tier of government in one schedule of that Constitution. In another schedule of that Constitution, the local government was put under the states. So the inability to resolve this dilemma is the burden on local government administration in Nigeria. So the schedule that put it under the state administration or the state government had overtaken or more or less been applied more than the one that created it as a third tier of government. So any amendment to be done now is to be able to really establish the local government as a third tier of government that will enjoy every autonomy that each organs of the government do enjoy. The state has its own autonomy. The federal government is the superintendent of the entire nation. Then the local government really needed to be established properly as a third tier of government, and the schedule that puts it under the state administration should be removed. This is where the governors derive their power by unnecessarily tampering with local government administration, appointing caretaker committees, and doing all sorts of things. So except that is resolved, the state government will still have constitutional role to play.
Okay.
Vis-a-vis domiciled in the House of Assemblies, and that will continue to cause some chaos, some misdemeanor in local government administration,
and continue to hurt and harm our democracy.
Exactly.
Fred, the Senate, the Red Chamber, has a motley crowd of former state governors therein. Boye is talking about removing a little something. It might be little, but too difficult to deal with.
Yes, absolutely too difficult to deal with, because I agree completely with Boye's position that the contradiction in terms that is inserted in the Constitution, where
sorry, was it deliberate?
It was deliberate, George.
Oh, really?
Yes, deliberate, caused by the military. Because the Constitution was
Fred,
not.
you must know many things.
The Constitution, it was not the people's Constitution. 1999 Constitution was not the people's Constitution. It was the handwork of the advisor of the military, and that is why the military in leaving office was afraid of losing control and authority. So, in one hand, the local government system was given an autonomy in a schedule. In another hand, it was brought under the state government by way of saying that the House of Assembly of each state has overriding legislative capacity over to make laws for the good governance of local government system. Even though local government itself will have their councillors, but the councillors only make the bylaws of administration of local government, but the major nitty-gritty of the laws are under the control of the House of Assembly. The second aspect is this sinister provision of Section 7 of the Constitution, which makes provision for joint state local government accounts.
Yeah.
Jones, at every point that efforts are made to extricate the local government and give it autonomy, the state governors shoot it down. And because it is a constitutional thing, the Constitution requires for any constitutional amendment at least 2/3. Not only 2/3 at the chambers, but 2/3 of the collectivity of all the states.
774.
Out of the 36 states,
Yeah.
24 must agree.
Yeah.
The 24 houses of assembly must agree to a particular amendment. And by the time the National Assembly finishes their own and go down to the state assemblies for them to have their own input, the governors go there, bend them backwards, and spoil the show.
Boye, so we are in trouble.
Of course, yes, we are in trouble because we have decided as a people to behave like people in the animal kingdom.
Oh, come on.
You see, yes, we blame the military for giving us a constitution that is not workable, that is not suitable for our well-being. But
Boye, let's extend the logic there. Now, is the problem with the document or with giving effect to the things in the document?
Giving effect to the things in the document.
So you don't quarrel necessarily with the document itself?
The document is a working paper, and I call it a working paper because if you are bequeathed with the property by your parents as a legacy, and then you own the property after the exit of your parents, the owners of making use of the property where you want it is on you. If you like, you can dispose the property because it's already owned. If you like, you can modify, you can moderate, you can do all kinds of things with the property. Because so the owners of making the constitution workable to suit what we need is on us as civilian regimes. But we have failed because of our selfish interest, because of our manipulative tendencies to override, national interests and state interests. We have not been able to amend the constitution to suit the day-to-day running activities of our nation.
I get each time you people talk about amending the constitution, my heart will skip a beat because the question would be rhetorical. So who go amend them?
You see, the process of amending the constitution is very clear. What the National Assembly should first and foremost do is to tinker with the process of amending the Constitution. If you don't tinker with the process and you leave the process the way it is today, you will still continue to have the same problem.
All right.
Which, of course, we ought not to have. If we are nationalistic in our thinking, we always look at political positions as if we're going to be there for life, as if it's a empire that will reign forever.
Are you surprised? But you yourself are a politician, and
I'm a politician.
Hold on.
but I'm a po-
Sorry, cynics tell me that politics is the art of the impossible. Go on.
Yes, I'm a politician, but a politician with a difference, and I'm academic first and foremost. And I believe that you must apply the rule of fairness in whatever you do. You must also optimize the opportunities that are available to you, not for your today, but for a tomorrow that is to come.
All right.
It does not belong to you.
Thank you.
So
Sorry,
thinking,
I'll leave the pause just a minute. It's just gone 22 minutes past 9, and this is Citizen Jones on Radio Now, 95.3 FM in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. And this morning we're looking at local government administration in Nigeria, the burden on democracy. My guests, Fred Nzeakor, barrister, development economist, national affairs commentator, and of course, Honorable Boye Kalejaiye, journalist, politician, and a public affairs commentator. Yeah, you were saying?
yes, what I'm trying to say is to say that if we are nationalistic in our thinking, we will not bother about, if I am governor today, I will not be governor for life. Whatever I do for the people, for the citizens, will remain indelible in the sands of time. So, even if you control the local government system today, and you're not there tomorrow, what control do you have? We all have one life. And after the expiration of that life, there's no other life except we are told that we go to heaven or go to hell. And that's because the dependent on what your beliefs are. But this life that we have seen, we won't make the best use of it. So for me, even amending the constitution to allow the local government autonomy and become a third tier of government shouldn't be a problem, because we have come to realize that this is the closest government to the people. This is, you can go to your local government without having to enter a bus or pay a fare. That's what happens in our various councils. Our various councils are for domestic activities such as the which of course will relieve the burden on the secondary and tertiary hospitals, so that the issues of little malaria, issues of headache.
Amendment.
They sat together and told themselves that it was not going to fly. And then they now brought their over the funds that go to local government. Jones, I can tell you that in my own local government, for example.
Which one?
Which Nzeakor local government in Anambra State.
Okay.
The day I the dailies, when I realized that my local government had been receiving up to between, I was shocked, because you would not see resemblance of investment of up to 5 million in the local government system throughout the era. What happened? Because as long as the money comes, the money is being pocketed by the states. And it was an example across the whole federation. And that is why no governor at my state, let your mind go back to your own state, you'll find out that it's similar thing that is happening. Today, my governor is on the 7th, going to the 8th term in office. He had never conducted local government election.
You mean 8th year?
8th year, sorry.
Yeah.
8th year in office. He has not conducted local government election.
Yeah.
There will be election at the state government.
Decidedly,
because he didn't want freedom or autonomy to local government. The whole allocation has not stopped coming. The example I gave you, there are some local government that the allocation is over 100 million, but when you go down to the local government, what comes to the local government will be less than 10 million. The question is, where does the rest go? The same thing happens in Lagos State as we speak.
No, don't cry more than the bereaved.
No, but
hold on.
We live in Lagos, and we know what's happening in Lagos.
But your local government is Nzeakor, which is not in Lagos. Honorable Boye Kalejaiye is a Lagos boy. Is in which local government now, Boye?
I'm in Nigeria, me fellow to local government.
Is it possible? Are you confirming what Fred is saying?
Is it everything we say on radio we must be able to prove empirically, and so we must be very careful what we say, in the public. There are allegations. It is alleged that state governments pocket local government funds. Is an allegation.
Oh,
it
really?
becomes the onus of proof is on us.
But
this
us has not gone to court.
Yes.
Decidedly too.
Yes.
Because mine is when you complain about what the central government is doing. Oh, federal government is spending 1.5 billion naira, dollars in attempting to revive a refinery. That's curing the effect. The cause is there, which is the local government. Are you there?
I'm here.
Yes. So local government. That's the talk for this morning. It's the
what I'm saying is that
it's an allegation.
Is an alleged possession that the government pockets local government fund. We needed to prove it.
I agree. I agree. You are trying to be careful. Problem.
No. My personal observation in my own local government is to say that we've had massive development in the last 5 years, and I can say this and beat my chest because you see the why still refuses to rule. And has nothing to say about those who govern will suffer the reign of idiots. As a lawyer, my colleague on radio this morning, there are various methods by which you can also subject your local government authorities into scrutiny and into public analysis and public discourse and public accountability. It's the onus of ensuring that if you don't take part in the process of electing a local government chairman or electing your councillors, you are just seated and lukewarm and say, okay, whatever they like, let them do.
But is it
when you are concerned and you put the right person in the right position?
Yeah.
Yes.
Boye, mine is it possible for almost everybody to get involved in the process of?
By the law, when you are 18, you have a right to vote and be voted for.
Oh, come on.
Even if you are not seeking elective position, you are not seeking elective position, but you have a right to vote. You have a right to also mobilize during voting and ensure that people vote the right person. So our participants, we're all political animals. Because the good governance or bad governance that is happening in our system would affect us as individuals and in collectivism.
In one way or another, yeah.
One way or the other. So for me, we all need to get interested. The elites go to watch television. They watch CNN when elections are going on. They cannot queue for 1 or 2 hours. They are not interested. They leave the hopoloids, I beg my language. They leave every other person to go and queue. They are the one that can queue. They are the one that can be bribed on the queue, and the one that can take 1,500 naira to vote to whoever you want them to vote, even when they don't. They are the one who cannot vote their conscience. The elite who can vote their conscience are not taking part. So for us, I take the problem back to us as elites, who do not care about what happens in our local government system and in the entire country as a whole.
Fred,
so
that's where the problem is.
What touches all?
Yeah.
The philosopher said, what touches all must be debated by all. So when you are not interested, you don't partake in what touches you, then you get the reign of idiots.
Marcus.
So for me, I think that the problem is not only to the system alone, it's also to ourselves as partakers, as stakeholders in the democracy that we want to uphold.
As we commonly say, we are all culpable. We are all guilty.
Yes.
Jones, we cannot all be guilty. Much as I agree with my friend Boye on the aloofness of the elite when it comes to certain issues of election, I cannot agree with him on the issue of handling of local government system in Nigeria. Yes, much as Boye may be speaking tongue-in-cheek and trying to be careful, possibly because of his position in the society, possibly in the local government system or in the state. He's from Ajoromi Felodo. Is it not where you have Ajegule and the rest of them? And he's telling us here that there's massive development in the place. Which development? Is it the same place that we all see and know that nothing is working? I think we have to.
But you don't live there.
No, Jones. I don't need to live there.
Oh,
I pass through there. Do I live in Ikoyi?
We must talk
do I live
about.
in Ikoyi or don't I know?
I can't even place.
Do I live in Ikeja? Must I live everywhere?
I can't pick Nzeakor in the map.
No, because you don't want to go to the map.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and I'm telling you because the same way I cannot pick a Tinam in the map if I don't go there. What is important, Jones, is the truth must be told. There's no way, there's no how you paint a sepulcher white for it to not to remain a sepulcher. The system is not working. And you don't tell me that it's not working because the elite don't come out to vote. It is not working because those in authority don't want it to work. Even those who you call the masses.
Can't we change the sepulcher? Just a minute.
Yes.
Can't we change the sepulcher to become a casket?
You cannot change the sepulcher. You call it a sepulcher. You can't call it if you want a casket, call it a casket. If you want a sepulcher, call it a sepulcher. Don't paint a sepulcher to make it a casket. That is what we are seeing today. That the sepulcher is being painted to answer a casket in the minds of the people, and that is political deceit. The system is not working because those who should make it work are not allowing it to work. Is it the masses? Do you think that even the masses that go to vote, according to my friend Boye, don't you think that they have their own mind? Do you think they are all fools? The fact that somebody is an elite does not make him intellectually, intellectually superior.
He added a caveat: if you allow yourself to be induced.
Who is causing the inducement? Who is causing it?
The man with the yam and the knife.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It is the same man with the yam and knife that is causing the stifling of the local government system. That's what we're talking about. And the effort being made by
because
the Senate,
tomorrow, Fred, you could be elected or selected, as the case may be,
Jones, the issue
as
of me,
chairman local government.
I ran for election to become chairman of local government in my place, and I was shut down by the system that didn't allow people to breathe.
Boye, we sympathize with him.
Yes. Let me say this, Citizen Jones and my friend. I will offer to invite you for a visit and a tour of Ajiromi.
We are coming by air because the roads are not safe.
Let me explain to you. My friend must have visited Ajiromi local government some years, very long time ago.
Okay.
You'll be shocked that if we get here today, I will take you to no less than six primary schools that have all the facilities that any school may not even have anywhere. It has the Astroturf field, it has the basketball court, they have modern buildings, they have everything. They are,
It's working in your estimation.
I can assure you that. So I'm saying that then also if you come to Ajiromi now, you realize that there is a lot of road connectivity.
Yes. Let's talk about local government.
Not speaking for what I'm trying to say is that what led us to this discussion is to say that state government pocket development money for local, and I'm saying that I'm not affirming and I'm not denying. I'm not.
In other words, you are not saying anything about it.
What I'm saying is that for what I see, I also know that prudency and accountability by whoever is chairman of the local government is very important. I don't think that deductions are made by state government just for deduction's sake. For instance, I give you in Lagos, some responsibilities are carried out by the state authorities. The waste disposal, for instance.
Yeah.
It is the state that takes charge of waste disposal. It is the state that takes care of some other responsibilities, even
and not the LGA, not the council.
Not the council. So, even at the end of the month, there are deductions of some services that are rendered by the state on behalf of the local government. Whether I'm not saying whether it is right.
No. Boy, let's understand the logic of what you've just said.
Yes.
Give local governments their dues. Give the your local government its due. That's all. So I don't know where deductions. Where will the deductions come from?
You want to understand that in Lagos State for some years back, until when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu came on board, Lagos was adjudged to one of the dirtiest cities in the world. And this story started changing. Yes, this story started changing. And today, they are not the same again. We are better off than where we were coming from. Some responsibilities, buying tractor, buying equipment for waste disposal, I'm giving that as an example. They are huge and they will have huge capital outlay. So when they are done in collectivism in concert with the state, the prices and burden of cost comes down. So obviously, when you do some of these things as a state, you do it better than as individual local governments. But be it as it may, what we're trying to say is to look at the burden of local governments in Nigeria. And I affirm and I agree.
Yes,
Boye,
I'm glad you.
I agree with my friend.
I'm glad you
Yes,
are now.
yes.
I'm glad you
I
are now
agree with my
stretching.
friend that
I'm glad you are now stretching
there
your
should
argument
be-
to
that
the
I
national
agree
level.
No,
that there
hold
should
on,
be-
hold on.
I agree that there should be autonomy to local governments. I agree that the local governments are allowed to develop on their own. I agree that the level of autonomy that the state enjoys, the local government should enjoy it. I also agree that the law must allow local government to function. But whichever way we look at it, we have found ourselves in this quagmire, in a system where we cannot amend the constitution.
Okay,
So
Fred.
how best do we make use of the bad situation that we find ourselves in?
Okay. These bad situations are man-made. They're created by man. And the solutions must be found by man.
Absolutely, created by man, and the solution must be found by man. The whole idea is to look at local government administration in Nigeria. But my good friend Boye had reduced it to issue of Lagos State. Lagos State has 20 local governments, you know. The allocation that comes from
And
Abuja,
37 LCDAs.
The allocation that come to those 20. How does the LCDAs get their funding? How do they get their funding? The LCDAs. What happens in Lagos?
Boy, do you have an answer?
No, come in. Let me tell him what if he knows. What happens in Lagos is that when the allocation come, the 20, they come in a particular pot and then shared to 57 because 20 plus 37 is 57. Otherwise, how would the LCDAs be getting the allocation? In the process of doing that, that is the meddling that we're talking about that the states are doing on local government system. One, the signage by constitution, local government is supposed to be in charge of small signage. By constitution, the local government is supposed to be in charge of refuse disposal and rest of them. Lagos state government has hijacked the signage. Today, local government is supposed to be in charge of tenement rate. In the times past, local government was collecting tenement rate. But today, everything is lumped under the land use charge. All right? And every money now goes into that, going by the state local government joint account. There is, when allocation comes, the commissioner for finance of every state, including Lagos, will go to Abuja and collect a single check for both the state and the local government, and the money is paid into the account managed and run by the state government. And
Fred, because we have not given effect to what
the provision of the constitution.
Yes,
and that's exactly what we are talking about here.
Yeah.
So you cannot come and massage the system and say Lagos is working as if Lagos is working in isolation of other states. What is going on in Lagos is going on in every state of
including
Nigeria,
my local government,
including your own local government, and I use my own as a metaphor. And I expected Boye to say so. Instead, he is now massaging his local government that his chairman is working. His chairman is not working. I passed Jeremy Felodu just 2 days ago. As a matter of fact, that place is a crisis because of the crisis of our Papa. The challenge of our Papa environment has messed up the seemingly little peace that you have in Nigeria, Felodu.
Boye.
Yeah, thank you very much. Like you have said, we're not doing advertorial. I'm not talking about our Papa. I'm talking about Nigeria fellow government. Yes, I agree that the spillover of the Papa Port madness is affecting the traffic situation in Nigeria. But remember that we're not talking about traffic. We're talking about how well have the local government utilized the resources that are available to them. So why not being advertorial in whatever sense of it? The bottom line, which I have to say, is that now we must have to start, as analysts, start to go into offering solutions to some of these problems.
We will do that now. We will do that.
But before we go to that, when you are ready, let me also affirm to say that I do not subscribe to the idea of states unilateral control over the local government system. I do not subscribe in whatever format.
All right.
What I've only just said is to say that we have a bad situation on our hand. What led us into the idea of the what's called the JAC, Joint Allocation Committee of various states, is because on one schedule of the Constitution gives the supervisory role of the local government into the hands of the state. So until that is removed, we will still continue to have the same problem.
All right,
Until when the local government allocation of local government councils come to them directly. That is when
which is not difficult. Okay.
Until when the government abrogate the idea of ethical committees or selected individuals to run the councils. Because we're in democracy, we're no longer in.
All right, Boye, let me announce it's 9:45
okay.
on Radio Now 95.3 FM. The telephone lines are open now officially. 090-1111-1953, 090-1111-1953, and 080-9222-2953, 080-9222-2953. You must have issues to join or raise. Why not? We're talking about local government administration in Nigeria, the burden on democracy. Please, let's get you talking now. Fred, lead the way. Solution, what to do?
Solution, Jones.
So we have a call.
Yes.
Let's answer this call and say good morning to you. Hello, caller, are you there? Okay, we'll try another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Your name, where are you calling from?
My name is Lawrence. So I'm calling from Ajiomi, local government side.
Okay.
My take on the issue on ground, being a youth, and of course being a young father too, is, first of all, right, I stand with both analysts, but the point is there needs to be a demarcation. You need to see the difference between the state and the local government force. There's little to what change you can see in the job. Yes, there are changes, great, but there will be more to be done. Right, if I hold my local government chairman accountable for the funds coming to the local government force, yes, there are great changes happening all states. There are changes. There are state government giving them some applications to work with, but
lost the connection to him. The lines are still open. Fred, you are going to lead the way, but one more time for the record, 090-1111-1953 and 080-9222-2953. We have a caller here. Good morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning to you too.
This is Radio Now, and you want to speak up a little?
Okay.
Yeah, your radio is interfering. Your radio is interfering. Yeah, local government administration in Nigeria, the burden on democracy. Quick. All right, we take another call. Hello, good morning. Let's try this. Good morning to you.
Hello, the citizen.
I greet you, sir.
Yeah, and greetings to your analyst.
We greet you. Your name, sir. Where are you calling
Moses.
from? Moses, yeah, let's go.
Now, we can't afford to make sweeping comments that all local governments don't work. That's not true at all. I live in a sort of local government area, which partly functions, but have my business interests, majorly Surulere. And I can tell that to an extent, a good degree, the Surulere local government area is functioning. All that I suspected of a local government area, you can find there.
Okay.
Basic good road, at least to an extent, potable water in some places, and on and on. So
Okay.
to assert that they don't work at all is not entirely true.
Thank you very kindly. Hello, good morning. Keep your radio out of this, please, sir. Good morning. All right, Fred. Let's begin to look at the way out or the ways out, because there must be more than one way out.
Those just of amendment of the Constitution. That it is.
So, can we rub this call
yes,
in?
Go ahead.
Good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Okay, all right. The lines are working.
The
Yeah.
state governments are capitalizing on the conflict in the Constitution. They have found a leeway there, And that's why they are holding down the local government system.
Just a minute. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning to you.
Your name, where you're calling from, but tame your radio, please.
Okay, it's entirely off, sir.
All right.
My name is ID John. ID John, I'm calling from Yaba.
Okay.
Honestly, I look forward to when, I'm not it's more of a comment. I look forward to when high standards will be returned to the local government. I remember my Yaba local government where I used to stay and reside. Montgomery Road, Great Street, all of them now 2.0. I watched an MD of a company yesterday on TV, telling us how they have to repair a street going to Ajay Street, still within the Yaba. And I watched just a document and I said, what's then the responsibility of the local government here? Thank you. That's my comment. Bye-bye.
All right then. Yeah.
It is difficult to hold local governments to account because one, you don't even know how much that comes to them, and two, they don't even get what should come to them because what they get is pittance as determined.
Reminds us of Okonjo-Iweala.
As determined, yes, reminds us of Okonjo-Iweala phenomenon then.
One final call.
Yes.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name, where are you calling from?
My name is Adewale. I'm calling from Aja.
Aja, okay.
Yeah. Sir, the problem with the local government is very simple. The governor has discovered that the local government chairman, most of the performing local government chairmen, later happen to be the party chairman and carry their people along. And the governor cannot even contain them again. So now, to slow them down, he should get the money from them and be giving them peanuts. So the people at the grassroots, they can't really carry them along. People at the end of the day, when you go out of Lagos, you realize that the life of local government chairmen has been scattered.
Wow.
They don't really have life. Economically, they cannot measure up to anything.
All right.
Because the resources they have in those areas they cannot even utilize it like Lagos.
Thank you. This is coming from your heart, so I believe you. Thank you for your contribution. One last one. Good morning to you.
Yes. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Your name, where are you calling from?
I am Jimo Akero. I'm calling from Lagos. Yes, the challenge, the security of challenge you have the government remains the same as you have with the state. Some of the states are working, some are not. Some of the entities are working, some are not. Simply because of our laws. Until we adjust our laws, we remain motion without movement. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. All right, then. Let's begin to go home quickly.
Yes, because these things are legal and constitutional issues. If the governor does not have that leeway, he wouldn't be able to put his hand in the cookie jar of the local government. And how does that happen? The process of amendment of the constitution has been made so cumbersome. And because the state assemblies are not autonomous, up to today, they've been fighting for their autonomy. They have not been granted financial autonomy, even though it is on paper. Because they have not been granted financial autonomy, the government hold them by the testicles to defend that houses of assemblies are more or less legislative extension of state governments in virtually all states. And that is why, except where you have opposition members in large number, even with that, governments will try to buy their way through. If that process does not change, we will, just like the last caller said, be making motion without movement. And how do you change it? That is why we're talking about going back to the conferences that we held, call it sovereign, call it whatever, or go back to the doctrine of restructuring. Because this current constitution that we have is not a development-oriented constitution.
All right, Boye, bury this for us.
Just simply put, my first solution is to say that we have an APC government in power, and they control most of the states. All I will expect that the president must play a fatherly role. He must call all the state governments to a meeting in Abuja, in fact, including the PDP governors. And then they must have a tete-a-tete to sincerely solutionizing this problem. If they collectively agree that there is room for constitutional amendment in giving the local government autonomy and granting them the third tier of government. If they all agree, they will also play a role in getting the state house of assembly to concur to the amendment. So I put the challenge to the president to say the president must call a meeting, and then if there are issues to be ironed out, even in granting the autonomy, if there are a few things they need to do, they should be collectively allow the local government to have autonomy. That's my number one solution. My second solution is also to say that, you know, we have an association called the ALGOT, which is an umbrella association for the entire local government in the entire country. They also must wake up. They are not speaking up enough about their autonomy. They are also still, you know, being caged.
Yeah.
So except that association wakes up and continue to sing the need for them to have their autonomy, and continue to sing about the evil that have bedeviled our nation and local government system because of this lack of autonomy, we may not get there. So it's on the part of government, it's on the part of the people that are concerned. And finally, to say that your program, I must comment, programs like this will continue to sensitize people. Said the citizens too must also cry out and say what they feel their government should be like. Like I've said, it must be participatory democracy.
Yeah.
It mustn't be a one-stop democracy where some people are passive,
thank you, Boye.
some people are active.
We'll leave it there. Thank you very kindly. That's Honorable Boye Kalejaiye, journalist, politician, national affairs commentator. Fred Nzeakor, barrister at law, development economist, and national affairs analyst, joined us. Thank you both for a bright morning.
Many thanks, Jones.
Okay, just
Thank
before...
you, listeners. Do have a wonderful day.
Okay, all right then. And just to say that the website is at www.thisradionow.com. www.thisisradionow.com. On YouTube, Radio Now 95.3 FM, and on Twitter, Radio Now 95.3 FM. I'm Citizen Jones, but let me thank the trio of Yahaya Aliyu, Samuel Manua, and ID John. These are the bad boys who made it happen. We'll be here on Monday. Good morning.